Hello folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna share my weekly bias and daily bias on the dollar index, on the pound USD, and then the euro USD. Okay, so we are gonna begin on the dollar index. Now this chart, you are looking at this chart from the 3-month time frame. Okay, 3-monthly time frame, 3 months. And so you can see that there is a break of structure here, right? On the 3-month time frame, price has pulled back to this fair value gap. So it's a 3-month fair value gap that price has pulled back to, and it has started to give a reaction, right? Now let's look at the PDRAs within this 3-month fair value gap. So let's go to the monthly 1-month time frame. So going down to the 1-month time frame, inside the 3-month time frame. So remember the 3-month time frame, we are bullish and price has put back into a 3-month fair value gap. Now let's look at the 1-month time frame. You can see that there is this 1-month fair value gap here. Okay, this candle's high to this candle's low. It's a monthly fair value gap that price has come into, right? It has reacted from it and it is rejecting. Now we can look at this price action here on the daily time frame. So let's look at the daily time frame. So looking at the daily time frame, we can see that as price came into the 1-month fair value gap and then the 3-month fair value gap, it took sell side liquidity below this old low right here, and also into this volume imbalance. Okay, so there is a volume imbalance here. You see that open space, that's a volume imbalance. It also reacted from it and gave a very nice rejection to the upside after clearing the sell side liquidity inside a monthly and a 3-month fair value gap, and also inside this volume imbalance, reacted and then went up, broke structure here. So it went all the way up, and then there is a weekly volume imbalance here. The price came to and also reacted from it and gave a rejection to the downside. Now we know that on the 3-month time frame we are bullish, and then on the monthly time frame we are bullish, right? So it rejected from here for a short-term bearish trend to fill this volume imbalance here on the daily chart. Let me zoom it in. So that is this volume imbalance, price put back to fill it, and also this fair value gap on the daily chart, price filled it. Now this run on this low that you see here is an SMT divergence with the pound USD. So as the dollar index went below this low, the pound dollar decided not to run below its high, right? So the pound dollar did something like this. It didn't follow this run on stops. Let me quickly show you that on the pound dollar. Let me quickly show you that right there. So the same high, this high comes in at, look at the time below here. That high comes in at Friday, 16th June 2023. Now let's look at that Friday, 16th June low on the DSY, Friday, 16th June low. You can see that there was a liquidity grab below that low on the DSY, but on the pound dollar, that high wasn't run. So what this means on the DSY is just a grab of liquidity to accumulate smart money longs, right? So everything is lining up for a higher time frame bullish bias. As we have SMT with the pound dollar, shifting market structure right here on the daily chart again. Price pulls back into this daily order block and to this fair value gap. I don't want to mark it so that the chart wouldn't be messed up, but you can see clearly there's a daily fair value gap here. This candle's high to this candle's low, and then this daily order block. Price has rejected clean from it. So this week I am actually bullish on the DSY. My weekly bias is bullish. My daily bias today is also bullish as well. So after reacting from here, another break in market structure here, price has pulled back into this order block, the open price of this daily order block. I see that price pulled back to it nicely, right? And it's reacting. So I am bullish. On this particular day, I'm expecting Friday's high to be taken on the daily Friday's high to be taken on the DSY. If I'm expecting Friday's high to be taken, I'm expecting Friday's low to be taken on the euro and then the pound. Okay, since I'm expecting higher prices on the dollar, I'm expecting lower prices on the euro and then the pound because they are inversely correlated pairs. Okay, and then my weekly bias, which is my long-term bias, is this bar side liquidity that we have here, as well as the rejection blocks here. So we have these rejection blocks here. These are my weekly targets. But for my daily target today, I want to see this high go. And the entire week, I'm looking for higher prices on the dollar to take these levels that you see here, right? Now let's go to the 4-hour chart quickly. And as you can see, the 4-hour chart is also bullish as well. Everything is lining up. Shifting market structure here, imbalance, fair value, imbalance and order block. Price pulls back to it, reacts aggressively, and is pushing up. Now let's frame our bias. Since we are bullish on the dollar, it means you want to see lower prices on the pound and the euro. So the same thing, let's start with the 3-month time frame. That's the higher time frame available on the trading view. So let's see 3-month time frame. We can clearly see that we are bearish, have a shifting market structure below this low. Price pulls back to a 3-month fair value gap. Now let's look for PDRAs on the one-month time frame and the daily time frame to support our bearish idea. So clearly, I want to see price start to go down from here. And I'm actually expecting this monthly candle of July to also close bearish. So let's go to the monthly chart. Breaking down the PDRAs, we have this fair value gap, 1-month fair value gap inside the 3-month fair value gap. Price is currently reacting from. Let's go to the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, we have these clean fair value gaps here, and price has taken buy side liquidity into that fair value gap, deeper into it, and it's reacting. So I would like from our monthly bias, I would like to see this low being taken from our monthly bias. And then for my weekly bias, I would like to see this order block high to be traded to. So this bullish order block will be my bias for this week. I want to see price trade to that high of the order block. For the entire monthly, I want to see this low go. And then if this low go, it means I'm long-term bearish for all of these lows. So my weekly bias is bearish. Now let's look at my daily bias. Now my daily bias, the SMT divergence that I showed you with the DSY, this high, that's Friday, 16th June, was not taken on the DXY, but it was taken on the euro. So we can see that we didn't take this high on the DSY, on the pound, but on the euro dollar, on the daily charts right here, you see that that same high was swept. Friday, 16th June was swept, but pound dollar didn't sweep that high. So that's what we call the SMT divergence. It didn't sweep it. So what it means is that this high that was taken is a fake out, and price and smart money is accumulating short positions to the downside. So paired orders are going to be here below this low and within this order block. So I'm bearish to these levels down here. But let me finish with the pound dollar. So on the daily chart, I am bearish. SMT divergence, shift in market structure here, price pulls back, another shift in market structure down below here. And price has pulled back to this daily order block with fair value gap and it's reacting. Now let's look at the 4-hour chart. Now clearly this daily candle is aggressively going bearish. So I am bearish this particular day, Monday, and then the entire week I am bearish. I want to see this low go, and I want to see the weekly order block high that I showed you to be tapped into for the entire weekly bias. So I'm bearish on pound from entire week, and I'm bearish on this particular day as well. Let's look at the euro dollar. Let's start from the monthly 3-month time frame. So on the 3-month time frame, there is this fair value gap, this candle's high to this candle's low. That's the 3-month fair value gap or imbalance. And on the 3-month time frame, we know that we are bearish. We have a shift in market structure down here after a failure swing here. So shift in market structure here. So we are bearish here. Price has traded into premium PDRA. That's the premium 3-month fair value gap. Let's go to the monthly time frame. It's very clear that the monthly time frame has also traded into this monthly fair value gap. This candle's high to this candle's low, that's a monthly fair value gap. Price has traded into it, it has rejected. Let's check our weekly time frame. Now, weekly time frame, we have this weekly fair value gap. Okay, so first of all, there was buy side liquidity purge. We purge this buy side liquidity into our monthly fair value gap and our 3-month fair value gap. Price breaks down aggressively, creates this monthly weekly fair value gap. Price sold aggressively, create that weekly fair value gap, reacts from this volume imbalance, give a retracement into that weekly fair value gap, fail to close above it, formed an SMT divergence with euro dollar, means this high that was swept is a fake out. So let's look at that into the daily chart. So that high that was swept is a complete fake out. Smart money is accumulating short positions. So I'm bearish for this week, entire week. And let me go back to the weekly chart. I'm bearish this entire week. And my target for the week is to see the midpoint of this weekly fair value gap being traded to. That's why I have the light bulb there. I want to see this weekly fair value gap, midpoint of it being traded to. And if price is overzealous, I want to see it trade to the low of the weekly fair value gap. Okay, that will be my weekly target. For my daily target, will be this Friday's candles closure. The week below 50% of that week here will be my target for today. At least midpoint of this week will be my target for today. So I'm bearish this Monday. I want to see this level being reached. If possible, run below the low of Friday's candle. And then entire month, I'm looking for this midpoint and then the low, and then also the open price of this order block to be traded to for the entire weekly bias. So I'm bearish. You can see that after the SMT divergence, you have a shift in market structure below this low. Price pulls back into this fair value gap and order block. Shift market structure one more time below this low. Price pulls back to this daily order block here. And then we are reacting. Now let's look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, we have this wick, and then the midpoint of that wick, price trades to it. Today, Monday, rejecting aggressively. So I'm sorry for anyone who would try to buy from this bullish order block, because the higher time frame bias is bearish. This is just going to be a reaction point. We just give it a little pullback. Let's look at the 1-hour chart. You can see that today's daily candle profile is a bearish profile. We had a run above midnight opening price, 15 minutes chart. A run above midnight opening price, clearing buy side liquidity, breaking market structure here. I'm expecting this order block or breaker block to be just a reaction point to give a pullback to these areas and then a continuation to the downside. So everything is lining up for our buyers. So back to the 1-hour chart, you can see that price reacts. The midpoint of that 4-hour wick is a 1-hour order block. Price reacts from it today, Monday, rejects aggressively to the downside. So my target is this level and then the low of Friday's candle. So bullish on the dollar. for this week, and I'm bearish on euro and the pound for this week.